Well, hello there. Talking about the conditions in which authoritarian states are going to emerge, looking just into the economic factors. Now, the first thing to be able to look at is that economic instability is going to cause a number of different issues. People want to know that their money is stable and that if they have money now, they are going to have it in the future. If you are worried about that happening, you are going to want, or you're going to naturally kind of lean to a leader who is going to make sure that that does not happen. This is a major threat to your way of life. If you are used to having a certain income coming in every single month and living away your life based upon that income, if that is threatened, that's going to change your entire life, leading to a lot of stress and leading to a quality of life you really aren't comfortable with. As a result of this, you are going to be leaning more towards a leader who can make sure and provide that economic stability. Now, workers are very upset by this economic instability because if their company goes out of business, they are going to lose their jobs and they're going to have a harder time getting back on their feet because they don't have as much money in the first place. Compared with a business owner or someone who's got a lot of stock, they might have a little bit more income in the first place. So they can maybe make it a little bit longer, but their way of life is going to be very different from a worker, meaning they also want to make sure this does not happen. They're willing to turn to someone who can make sure and maintain economic stability in times of economic instability. Now, desperate times are going to call for desperate measures. When your country is struggling, you are more willing to try something new that you maybe wouldn't if things are going great. Now, the example I have of this one is going hiking with your brand new cute little puppy. So if you all look on the screen right here in front of you, you see this adorable little golden retriever puppy that you just bought, okay? You love your puppy. It just loves you all the time. And you decide that it's a good idea to go take your puppy hiking up in the mountains. Now you're going hiking and it's a beautiful day with your puppy, and all of a sudden you get lost, okay? And you're lost and you cannot find your way out. It's starting to get dark out, it's starting to get cold, so you've got to stay there for the night. You stay there for the night, you didn't bring any extra food, you didn't bring any extra water, okay? So you're staying there with your puppy, making sure that you're going to be all right, okay? You make it through the night. Now the next morning comes. Again, you are trying to get your way out. You are lost. You are not knowing how to get out of these mountains. Things are starting to get pretty desperate. You have not had anything to eat in about 24 hours at this point. You are very, very hungry. Okay, night is coming once again. It's getting dark, and you realize that if you do not eat something soon, you are going to die. You are in a very desperate time. This is when you look over and see your cute, adorable golden retriever puppy as not just a cute, adorable golden retriever puppy, but instead as a possible next meal. Now, a normal person does not go to the pet store, buy a cute puppy, and take it home and eat it for dinner. However, at desperate times call for desperate measures. If you are stranded and have no other source of food, this becomes something you might be willing to do. Okay, you might go eat your new puppy versus dying, because that's a better of the two options. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You're willing to go to an authoritarian leader, restricting some rights that you might not have previously done if the situation is dire enough. Additionally, this is going to be looked at within German hyperinflation. Okay, so we look at Germany after World War I with the Treaty of Versailles, Germany being being viewed as the sole reason for World War I. They're the ones who have to respond, and by paying all the reparations, Germany can't do this, so Germany is just going to start printing off more money, which leads to their currency being virtually valueless, which is leading German hyperinflation. This is a major economic problem. The Nazi Party uses this to come to power, using this instability of the economy as a way of establishing their authoritarian state. Okay, desperate times call for desperate measures. You don't normally eat your puppy, but you will if you need it bad enough. You wouldn't normally go towards the Nazis, but they're going to make sure your economy is stable. That is all for now. Questions, comments, put it down below. Otherwise, good luck, and please, don't eat any puppies.